Welcome to Do You Wanna Dance with Sophia in Sapphire. Learn how simple it is to go from wallflower dreamer to confident center of the stage dancer. Whether it's the first dance as husband and wife or another option for date night, we'll help you go from nerdy to flirty, jump-starting your dancing journey and transforming your experience into a personal expression of what makes you, you. And now, your host for Do You Wanna Dance, Sophia in Sapphire.
Welcome to the Do You Want to Dance radio show. I'm your hostess, Sophia, and you're listening live on VegasAllNightRadio.com. This show is about inspiring you, helping you get out there, jump-starting your dancing journey, making the most out of your first dance, and wedding planning experience. We have tips and tricks to show you how to get from nerdy to flirty on the dance floor and smart planning for your wedding. Today we'll be sharing with you all you need to know about planning a wedding in Las Vegas. This includes why people choose Las Vegas as a wedding destination and what Vegas has to offer in weddings. So be sure to stay tuned. We'll be talking about that shortly with a very special guest from Las Vegas Wedding Connection. Her name is Joni Moss-Graham. So stick around to hear more from her. If you missed a show, please visit our website. It's sophiainsapphire.com, and you will have access to archives and downloads for the podcasts. If you would like to be personally invited to Sophia in Sapphire classes and events, meetups, and the like, please like Sophia in Sapphire on Facebook because all invitations go out from there. So co-hosting with me today is Magic Al Jensen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sophia. I always love Wednesday afternoons. I get to come in here and spend some time with you on the Do You Want to Dance radio show.
Well, it's great to be here with you because I love sharing the really cool episodes we have and the really cool guests we have. For example, like last week, the
Yes.
lady that danced with 12,000 honeybees.
The queen bee queen who wore the bee blouse. I'm still in awe of how somebody can wear 12,000 bees and not just totally freak out. I mean, I would have a heart attack.
Right. And at that, call it healing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and she calls it healing dance. I mean, I'm sure that she's capable, because, I mean, she was a beekeeper. I mean, dealing with bees was part of her life, and then she just kind of incorporated healing and dance and movement and motion, things like that with the bees. So it makes sense for someone like that. For someone like me who is totally freaked out over bees, I don't think I could do that.
Well, now there's an avenue if you'd like to learn.
That's right.
You know where to go.
That's right. If ever I have have on my bucket list, want to learn to dance with bees, then I know who to contact.
So if you have not listened to that radio show episode, and if you would like to see actually a video, because I think this is hard to envision if you have not seen any pictures or video of this lady dancing with 12,000 honeybees. Her name is Sarah Mapelli. This is on my blog on sophiainsapphire.com. So if you did miss it, go check it out.
And she's preparing. She's done it twice now, and she's preparing to do it a third time, I believe, right now. She's in the middle of preparations for that.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like a totally regular thing, but I think maybe once a year she does it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, every week she goes out and says, okay, bees, come on over. I mean, she has to take this pheromone thing that's like from the queen bee and puts it on her, and that attracts all the bees out of the hive. They think that she's the queen, and
Yeah, all right, Al.
freaks me out.
Not for you. We can see.
I would much rather come to your Monday night meetup group and salsa.
Oh, but it's cha-cha this month.
Well, last month was salsa. This month is cha-cha. Next month is going to be swing. I mean,
Oh, you're up to date.
Oh, I'm up to date. That's right.
That's right. Do not miss the Monday night meetups. They're at the Ritz every Monday night at 6 p.m. It's a complimentary class. We just ask for love donations to chip in for the costs. And this month is cha-cha. So come on down and join us.
That's right. Monday nights and starts at 6 o'clock, I believe, right?
That's it.
And the Ritz is located?
On 3360 East Flamingo Road.
Yes.
Cross Street, Pecos.
All right. And you normally get, 12, 15, 18, maybe 20 people that come out to that?
You know, it's different. It's been around 20 people, which is a good amount.
Oh, excellent.
You know, a little more, we might have to use the patio or dance on the carpet. But actually,
that would be a nice problem to have, though, wouldn't it?
I think it would be a great problem to have. I can't wait to use the outdoor space. It's
Awesome.
really nice. All right, so today's theme is planning a Vegas wedding. You know, when I think about Vegas and weddings, I think about eloping. But, you know,
yeah, absolutely.
After reading a little bit about our guest here and what she does, actually having a wedding in Vegas is definitely to-do thing. There are so many things to do and tons of destination brides and grooms that travel internationally.
Oh, yeah, they come here just for the sole intent. I mean, that's the primary purpose, to get married in Vegas.
Yeah, but
I mean,
when
you
you
like to
think
have that
about,
on your resume. It's like, yeah, I got married in Vegas, baby.
but when you think about Vegas, you don't necessarily think it's going to be a quality wedding or a, you know, an enjoyable wedding. It's kind of like in and out sort of thing,
Kind of
right?
like, let's rent a car, rent a convertible, go through the drive-through, you know, get some Big Mac and fries, shake, and go through the drive-through, and, you know, 10 minutes later, we're married.
So we know that Al got married in Las Vegas, and we're wondering here if he went through the drive-through with the shake.
Good. Is that a question, or do we just want to make fun of Al here? I mean, either way, it's fine. I don't mind.
Well, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
I was living in Denver, Colorado at the time, and had a travel agent who actually coordinated. No, I take that back. I was living in Des Moines, Iowa at
That's
the time,
right. Mm-hmm.
in 1990, and my travel agent coordinated everything for me, and we got married at the chapel at the Riviera, a hotel and casino on the famous Las Vegas Strip. And I might say there were a total of 4 people in attendance at the wedding. There was I, my bride, the minister / officiant, and then some dude in the back running the sound and camera. So a total of 4 people in attendance at my wedding.
So do we have photographs of that?
I probably have ashes of photographs someplace.
Oh.
You know, unfortunately, that wedding has not lasted as long as I might have liked. We were married for about 18 years, so I mean, that was a pretty good run. But yeah, that's history.
Do you think Vegas has anything to do with that?
No, absolutely not. No, and I looked at Vegas as being a great place, you know, a destination. Let's go to Vegas. Let's get married in Vegas. Let's have a great time. Let's party. It was not our first wedding for either of us, so we didn't really want to invite people and have the whole, you know, wedding thing. But we still wanted to have, you know, a real wedding. So we chose Vegas, and it was a great experience. We both really enjoyed it.
Thank you for sharing that story, Al.
You're welcome.
You know, I want to introduce a very special guest here in the studio, not planned, but Mommy Dear.
Mommy Dearest
Mommy
is in
Dearest
here.
is in studio. She came
Vera.
last night.
Vera, welcome to the Do You Want to Dance radio show. Wow, applause and everything.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's great
I'm
to have
very
you here.
honored to be here. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So we trust that you signed the guest book and all the necessary disclosures so we can use your voice on the radio.
No, I haven't done any of it.
Oh, yes, you have. Yes, you have. We have that. Now, I need to ask you, Vera, are you a dancer?
Just a social dancer.
Well, I mean, you don't have to qualify it. I mean, just social dancing is a very, you know, important aspect of being social, of being alive.
Correct.
You know, interacting with other people. So,
Yes.
you know, we have a lot of dances. We have the salsa. In fact, salsa is one of my favorites because I just like to say salsa. I also like the cha-cha because I like to say cha-cha. But we also have, you know, the swing. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of dances. What is your favorite dance that you like to dance in a social situation?
Just dance anything, really. I don't think it's anything that's
So we call
per
it
se.
We call it freestyle.
Freestyle.
Okay,
Combination.
That's fine. That's fine. So you like to get out there and express yourself to music?
Yes.
Very good. Now, here's an important question that I like to ask all women. Is this something, I mean, do you like dance to the point where if you hear some really good music and it really inspires you to move, would you ask a gentleman to dance? Or are you going to sit back and wait to be asked?
I'm more of a I would wait to be asked.
You would wait to be asked?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, runs in the family. And that's fair. I mean, that's fair. But I mean, sometimes we go out to clubs and we see a group of ladies dancing together because the spirit moves them. They like the music. They want to move. And they're not going to wait for the guy to ask them to dance. They want to get up there and just, shake it a little bit. So I would think you might be that kind of person that would like to be inspired by the music and get out there regardless.
Well, I've done that because sometimes...
okay, truth comes out. You have done that.
The men don't always want to be dancing. They would like to be socializing with other people, and the women want to dance. So they kind of drag each other, and then there's all these women out there. And sometimes men see that, then they get out and then they start dancing.
So, Sophia, your mom thoroughly understands the basis for Sophia in Sapphire.
She does, though she has not shared this before.
Really?
No,
all right.
I know.
It's like a therapy session today. We're finding things out that we've never known.
Thank you for bringing it out of her.
Absolutely. But no, she makes a very good point.
That's
a lot
right.
of times the lady wants to get out and dance. She wants to make those social connections. But the gentleman, and let's be honest, I can speak on behalf of most all gentlemen out there, we're just too nervous. We're afraid of being turned down. We think that if we ask you to dance, you're going to go, no, thanks. And we ask somebody else again, no, thanks. And after literally 50 or 60 no thanks, we kind of, want to tuck our tail between our legs and go home. So we don't like rejection. But if we come up and ask you to dance, I mean, we are thrilled that you would say yes, because that's what we want. We want acceptance. And Sophia makes it possible for gentlemen to feel comfortable on the dance floor, to feel confident in asking a lady to dance. And that's what Sophia and Sapphire is all about. And that is just so awesome that we can have this opportunity to get that message out there, because you illustrate one of the great social problems, and that is, you don't want to dance unless the gentleman asks. The gentleman doesn't want to ask because he's afraid and he doesn't know what to do. So let's just get people to go from nerdy to flirty and have the confidence to get out there on the dance floor and just go for it.
Yeah, so I actually have a question for you, Mommy Dearest.
Yes.
How was your first dance at your wedding?
We danced, it was a waltz.
A waltz? And what was the song?
The song was, it's a Russian Manchurian waltz.
Uh-huh. And how did it go? Did you improv, or do
We
you remember?
kind of improved. We didn't plan like...
So it wasn't choreographed or anything
no,
like that? Okay.
No. So we did the best we could.
Well, sure.
Well, right. It's a special
And
moment.
to us, it was just, it didn't really matter. It's a special moment.
That's wonderful.
We were just enjoying each other and enjoying the music and the guests.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think back then, though, people came together and danced, partner dancing a little more than they do today. Today at weddings, they all kind of get up and jump around, without partners.
We like to call that freestyle.
Thank you, Al.
Technical term there. Freestyle.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Vera. We appreciate you coming on the show with us. That's great.
You're quite welcome. Thank you very much.
All right.
So let's actually introduce our featured guest for today. Her name is Joni Moss-Graham. She's here with us in the Do You Want to Dance studio, wedding planner extraordinaire, founder of statewide association called Nevada Wedding Association. She sits on the board of Academy of Hospitality and Tourism, chairman for Las Vegas Territory, board member for Community College Floral Association. I mean, the list goes on, and I'm so excited to have her
Goodness.
here.
Let's hear it for Joni Moss-Graham.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
My goodness, when do you have time to work all this volunteer work, all these organizations?
Volunteer is so awesome because, you're out there in the community and you're meeting the community players. It just helps you grow.
Absolutely. It helps you to get your name out there, to be known, and realize that you're interested in more than just making a buck. You're interested in growing the community, in supporting the community, and giving everybody an opportunity to take part.
Absolutely. I think that's so important in business is relationship building.
Oh.
And that also is a big key of that.
Yeah, and it gives a broader spectrum because you're involved in all these different aspects and can contribute so much more to the customer service of your own business as a wedding planner.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Alrighty, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back after this short commercial break, so stick around for the scoop on Las Vegas weddings.
Feel free to get up and dance while we take a quick break for these commercial messages.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
Hi, Sophia. It's Roxanne. I just wanted to let you know my husband and I wanted to do a first dance at our wedding, and we found Sophia and Sapphire online. We had a total of 10 lessons in 3 months and put together a routine that was easy for us to learn, tailored to our first song, and that made us look good at our wedding. Our wedding dance specialist from Sophia and Sapphire was amazing, patient, and taught us the dance moves progressively, and in a way that someone with no dance experience, like us, could still learn and make it look great. Scheduling was flexible, and we were able to conveniently meet at a studio located closest to us. Thanks, Sophia.
Are you looking for an all-inclusive, stress-free wedding venue? One with all the services to plan your perfect wedding. If so, you're looking for the Ritz of Las Vegas, family-owned and operated for more than 10 years. In addition to traditional events, the Ritz specializes in theme weddings from 1920s, glam goth, Star Wars, Harry Potter, masquerade, burlesque, or vintage Hollywood, just to name a few. Whatever your vision, the Ritz makes it a reality. For more information on the finest all-inclusive, stress-free wedding venue in Las Vegas, contact the Ritz of Las Vegas at 702-336-3626 or visit them at theritzoflasvegas.com. That's 702-336-3626 or theritzoflasvegas.com.
Do You Want to Dance is brought to you by Sophia and Sapphire. Experience the bliss of dance, whether preparing for the first dance of the rest of your life as husband and wife, or gaining the confidence to enjoy the dance floor on date night. Sophia and her team of dance specialists will help you feel alive, reconnected, and invigorated through all types of dances. From beginners to advanced students, Sophia will help you experience the therapeutic, medicinal, and transformative benefits of dance. Get on the dance floor. Get in a game. Go from nerdy to flirty with Sophia in Sapphire. Listen to Do You Want to Dance Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on Vegas AllNet Radio. And check out SophiaInSapphire.com for more information. Or give Sophia a call at 702-907-7002. That's SophiaInSapphire.com. And the Do You Want to Dance radio show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on Vegas AllNetRadio.com.
Hi, it's Sophia from Sophia and Sapphire, here with a personal invitation to join me at 6 p.m. each Monday night in May to learn the Cha-Cha at the Ritz, located at 3360 East Flamingo Road, for my How to Dance in Real Life Situations beginner class. Begin your journey from nerdy to flirty while you learn how to make dance more than just a one-time thing. For more information, please visit SophiaInSapphire.com. Welcome back, everybody, to the show, Do You Want to Dance? I'm your hostess, Sophia, and you're listening live to Do You Want to Dance Radio. We are playing the Manchurian Waltz, the first dance song of my mom. She joined us earlier today in the show and talked a little bit about her first dance. Don't forget, you can find us on SophiaandSapphire.com for past episodes and downloads. Also, if you would like to be invited to Sophia and Sapphire events, please like Sophia in Sapphire on Facebook. So today we're talking about what Las Vegas has to offer in weddings and why people choose Las Vegas as a wedding destination. Today in the studio, we've got a full house. We've got our co-host here, Magic Al Jensen.
Hi there, Sophia.
We've got our guest, Joni Moss-Graham from the Las Vegas Wedding Connection.
Welcome,
hello.
Joni.
Thank you. Hi, Sophia.
Hi, and we've got Mommy Dearest over there sitting in the corner.
Hello, Sophia. How are you?
So let's talk about a little bit about what you do, Joni. There is something special about the services that you provide, especially because some of your clients are international.
Yes, most of our clients are international, and we have found that, it's a far way. When they come over to Las Vegas, their quotes are, "It's a dream to come here and be married."
Really?
Really, and that's actually what they really say. It's some of them save for quite a long time, and coming over here is really a big deal. So we always get to say it's our pleasure for sharing in their life-changing day and assist them every step of the way. Hold their hands, if you will.
Now, Joni, a lot of people get married in Las Vegas. Is that right? Do you know the numbers, the statistics?
I do. As a matter of fact, last year it was a little bit over 80,000.
80,000 couples got married in Vegas last year.
Now, keep in mind, that statistical number is from marriages. It is not from renewal of vows or commitment ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is there's no documents provided for those.
Sure, but the Bureau of Licensing probably releases the number 80,000 marriage licenses. Wow.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it's the number 2 in the nation. Is that correct? Is Hawaii number 1?
No. Hawaii's numbers are statistically down as well.
Oh.
However, but you know what? We have even though we are statistically down over the last several years, like a lot of things, we're still up there in the high numbers. Again, 80-something thousand.
So are we the number one wedding destination in the country?
We say we are.
Excellent. And who's going to argue with that? I mean, really. Who's going to argue with that?
So there are three reasons to celebrate, not only for a wedding, event. It could be a wedding, it could be a commitment ceremony, and it could be a renewal vow. So I keep on hearing these terms, and I think it's becoming more popular, but can you tell us a little bit more about, aside from weddings, people do enjoy celebrating, the past and, their commitment to each other.
Absolutely. A renewal of vows, I think today people always are enjoying to find a celebration. So celebrating they've been married, whether it's 1 year, 5 years, 25 years, is a great event. People plan for these renewal of vows. It's a very romantic event, sometimes even more romantic than the wedding the first time, because they have been through so much together, and now they're celebrating that.
So what does Las Vegas have to offer in weddings? Because to me, it wouldn't necessarily seem like, Vegas is this elegant place. But, from the pictures from your website, definitely. I even saw, a happy couple on 2 horses in this lush riverbed. I'm like, where in Vegas is that? But I guess these places exist.
That is people have these visions. They want to come to Vegas and they have a vision. I want to create it. I want to get married in front of, a spewing volcano. They do. We have such vast, from traditional romantic locations to jumping out of a plane, and saying your vows and jumping out of a plane.
Give us some examples. We have, is it called the Little White Chapel, where Michael Jordan and Joan Crawford, very famous people have been married there?
There is Little White Chapel.
Little White Chapel.
It is very famous. Chapels are a certain component of the industry, but what's really exploding are the unique location weddings.
Such as,
let's see. Well, you have Red Rock, which is a beautiful scenic outdoor location.
Right.
You have helicopter weddings.
Oh, okay.
Happen all the time, where they actually fly over the Strip and get married.
Really?
They also land in the Grand Canyon base, get married there. That's pretty cool.
That's
I like that. Yeah.
Pretty cool. You have things like the newest attraction in town called the High Roller.
Oh, yeah, that 550-foot
Wheel.
observation
That's
wheel.
right.
Yeah.
So you get married in the privacy of your own pod. I mean, that's pretty cool, and where else can you find something like that?
That's awesome.
On gondolas. I mean, the list can go on and on. We have a Kiss Chapel. People that are rock fans want to go in the memorabilia of Kiss. So anything that they can create we get the pleasure of pulling it all together for them.
If they can conceive it, you can make it a reality, huh?
Absolutely, and that's the fun of it. You know, you get to listen to this. Think of this for a minute. People go to weddings periodically throughout the year. Everybody does. I get to go to weddings almost every day and share in somebody's life-changing day.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's pretty awesome because it's a very emotional industry. You're seeing people at their best.
Yeah, and you're sharing the positive moments of their lives.
Absolutely. So it's a really great industry to be part of.
So when you say people call you from all over the world, their dream is to have a Vegas wedding, do they even know what that means? Like, why is it that Vegas is their dream?
You know, no, I don't think they really know what that means.
What's the draw? What's the mystere?
What's the mystere? I think first the mystere is, you know what, Vegas. People see it in all the movies, and anything I can imagine I can have there. That's their first thing. But number two is the wedding evolves around other things. You're here for the wedding, you can have the entertainment, you have the dining, you have all the locations. If you're coming from international, you want to travel, they're including San Francisco and Los Angeles and the state park. So it becomes a whole event evolving around the core of the wedding.
Now, I know a lot of conventions, a lot of businesses like to have their conventions centered in Las Vegas because it is a draw. It brings people who might not otherwise go to the convention. Is it fair to say that people may have a wedding in Las Vegas because it's going to be an attraction for their guests? It's going to be a draw for people who maybe wouldn't come to to Cleveland for a wedding.
That's a great statement. Yes. I agree that it is. And what's really interesting is some people think, oh, I'm going to get married. They think the reverse. I'm going to get married in Vegas. We're going to run away. It's just going to be a few people are going to show up. They're not going to come. And all of a sudden everybody says, Vegas, we're coming.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. So it definitely is a draw to it. But again, they come here. They start with the bachelor party, the bachelorette the night before.
That's a good.
Yes.
And then you have the wedding, then you have the honeymoon. So it's all evolves around, 3-4 days. I mean, what a great place to have it all. And we certainly have it all here.
So can I ask you a question? I know we already talked about that weddings happen here, but are weddings legal in Vegas?
Absolutely. That's another reason why people come here, the ease of getting married. All you have to do is go to the Clark County Courthouse and get a marriage license. You must be together, but there is no waiting period and no blood test. And they're open every day of the year from 8 a.m. until midnight.
Oh, that's good to know. So how can you get your marriage license in Vegas?
2 ways. You physically have to go in there together. However, you can start the process by doing the preliminary paperwork online. Very simple paperwork, basically maiden name, address, that type of thing. You go into the courthouse, present your ID, pay your dollars, and collect the license. Can be a very, very fast process.
So it's not like there's like a blood test or a waiting period or anything like that?
None. You can go in and get your license now and walk out immediately to a facility and get married.
Really?
Yep.
Because I know in some states, in some cities, they still have blood tests and waiting periods and all sorts of hoops to jump through.
Absolutely.
But you're saying Las Vegas makes it pretty simple. Show up, fill out the form, pay your money, walk out with the certificate, and you're good to go.
So that's part of the big draw, too, the ease of it.
So is this, in some cases, an unfortunate situation because of the nature of Vegas and maybe a late night,
we've seen the movies.
Well, everybody wants to refer to the Hangover.
Yeah.
And I want to differ with the Hangover because we have so much more to offer than what they show in that movie.
Right.
But you know what? There are some technicalities. The courthouse has some. They have, what is the word I'm looking for? They can deny somebody for getting a marriage license if they think they are too intoxicated. The responsibility of the person performing the ceremony, as long as they have the certificate, they perform the ceremony.
Huh. Well, that's good news. But is there a certain guideline? Like, is it just like an observation of, maybe?
Yes, it is an observation. When you do get your marriage license, you are also signing on an affidavit. There is a line that you're stating what is true and correct when you're applying for that marriage license.
Okay. Cool information. So when people come, they work with you. Not only are they planning, the logistics of the wedding itself, but what about the planning? Like, for example, cake or DJ or any of that.
Entertainment, transportation,
any of
photos,
that other stuff.
flowers.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we handle it all. It's that statement, one call does it all. But we assist with all components, from the hair and makeup to transportation to shows to floral and anything that you can imagine. We have a statement. We'll do it as long as it's legal.
Oh, that is a great one. All right, guys, stay tuned because we are going to talk a little bit more about this with Joni right after this commercial break.
Feel free to get up and dance while we take a quick break for these commercial messages.
And I'm calling because my husband surprised me with dance lessons at Sophia in Sapphire, and we had a marvelous time. I never in a million years thought that I would be able to salsa. I can't believe that Jim was in for it, and we both had so much fun. Since then, we have been going out on dates just so we can salsa, and it's really changed our world. So thanks again, Sophia. We had a lot of fun. You're a very patient teacher, and I can't wait to take the next lesson.
Here's what real people are saying about Sophia's 10-lesson dance challenge.
I never in a million years thought that I would be able to salsa.
I now go out dancing with ease and even enjoy dancing with Sophia in exhibitions and show numbers.
Our wedding dance specialist from Sophia and Sapphire was amazing, patient, and taught us the dance moves progressively, and in a way that someone with no dance experience, like us, could still learn it and make it look great.
I finally became a bait magnet.
For more information on the 10-lesson dance challenge, check out SophiaInSapphire.com. Come on, get dancing at SophiaInSapphire.com.
Hi, it's Sophia from Sophia and Sapphire, here with a personal invitation to join me at 6 p.m. each Monday night in May to learn the Cha-Cha at the Ritz, located at 3360 East Flamingo Road, for my How to Dance in Real Life Situations beginner class. Begin your journey from nerdy to flirty while you learn how to make dance more than just a one-time thing. For more information, please visit SophiaInSapphire.com.
Welcome back to Do You Wanna Dance? Once again, your host, Sophia in Sapphire.
Sophia in Sapphire.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm your hostess, Sophia, and you're listening live to Do You Wanna Dance Radio. Don't forget, you can find us on SophiaInSapphire.com for past episodes and downloads of the podcast. Also, if you'd like to be invited to Sophia and Sapphire events, please like Sophia in Sapphire on Facebook. Today we're talking about what Las Vegas has to offer in weddings and why people choose Las Vegas as a wedding destination. In the studio, we've got our co-host, Magic Al Jensen.
Hello,
Sophia.
Sophia.
There, and we've got our guest, Joni Moss-Graham from Las Vegas Wedding Connection.
Well, hello.
Welcome once again,
Welcome
Joni.
back
Thank you so
onto
much.
the show. So let's talk about what businesses are affected by weddings in Vegas.
You know, think about this for a moment. When somebody comes to get married, who does that wedding touch? It touches so many. They're starting with the transportation. Then you have the hotel. And we go on from there, dining and jewelers and spas and entertainment and tours. So many. And a lot of people really don't stop to think about when that group comes in, what is the economic impact to Las Vegas?
Well, that's got to be huge.
It's huge. It's really huge because think of the number of weddings that we have and how much all of them usually need those ancillary products.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the transportation, so it could be taxi cabs, it could be rental cars, it could be limousines, buses, shuttles, things of that nature. So just getting around, they're going to spend money on that. Mm-hmm. They're going to spend money on the hotel, lodging, maybe it's a timeshare, condo, whatever the case might be. And like you said, the dining, the entertainment, and then we have florists and we have photographers, we have the wedding venue. So, I mean, it must be real far-reaching. Do you have any statistics on the economic impact to the Las Vegas economy?
You know, it's in the millions. There is some statistics. Of course, it changes year by year based on the wedding statistics, but it is quite an extensive dollar amount. It's quite amazing. And when you talk about this, some people don't ever stop to think, wow, I guess that is impactful. bakeries, candy.
Yeah.
I mean, so many party favors, and the list goes on and on and on.
Let's don't forget the bachelor parties, bachelorette
Yes.
parties.
Of course, and we're certainly well known for that. And there's so much to do for those groups as well.
So, there's a new fad now, do-it-yourself weddings. I'm sure you've heard about that, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm sure brides and grooms, they think, do we need a wedding planner? What are your thoughts on that?
That is a great question. The DIY brides.
Yeah.
They have television shows on it, and yes, that certainly exists. There are many people that want to do it themselves, and they don't feel that they need a coordinator. And there certainly are people that can do it. I think people coming from overseas have rest assured when they have somebody to assist them. I think it's important when you don't know where to begin. I mean, there's so many facets. You can look at things online, and you don't know where to go. There's so many options. So when you have a person, if you will, a point person, to say, "Let me help you. Let me give you some suggestions," it really eases their mind. And then when they get here, one person can handle it all for them. So it does make a difference.
So you're talking about the destination weddings. What about local ones? You probably plan local ones too?
Actually, I don't deal very much in the local market at all. All of my business is tourism brides.
Interesting.
Brides.
So how do they find you?
It's all from relationships. I've been here 24 years, and all of my business comes from people I have worked with and just down the line.
So let's talk a little bit about that, because you have owned a flower shop and you have worked at various chapels. You have the perfect background for being the perfect wedding planner and coordinator.
Well, thank you. And I even work at the chapel that Al got married at.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Maybe you were there.
Maybe I was there.
Could have been.
Yeah. I didn't set out to do this. It kind of found me. Started out in the travel industry and led to floral and led to weddings. So I did not start out saying I want to be in weddings, and it just kind of fell into place. But I got to tell you, it is such a rewarding business to be in.
I can imagine. Now tell me, do you have to deal with the person that is commonly referred to as Bridezilla?
I'm going to answer that in a nice way. Yes, but I think I'm pretty fortunate. I have very, very minimal of those. Very minimal, because again, dealing with international people, they're so enthralled to be coming to Las Vegas that no, they're usually not Bridezillas.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now I understand that you have a very, can I use the term colorful past in terms of your family? I understand that your godfather is someone that literally everyone who listens to this show now or for years to come is going to know. Tell us who your godfather is.
Jerry Lewis, and my middle name is Lynn. I was actually named after Jerry Lewis, so it's Joni Lynn after Jerry Lewis. My dad was actually working for him when my mother was pregnant, and he just became another part of the family extension, and I was born, and they asked him to be part of the family and godfather, and that's how it came about.
The Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Of the NBA telethon, of movies and television
and
comedy fame. Oh, my God. What an honor.
It truly is. It truly is.
And then your mother worked with Nancy Sinatra.
She did. She was Nancy's private assistant. That was quite an interesting environment to grow up in, because Nancy at the time was traveling to Las Vegas and appearing at the time called the International, which is now the LVH. Of course, we've gone through Hilton and now LVH.
Right.
But it was quite amazing being here as a child and being here for summers. So when Nancy would perform, we'd come up and be up here for about 6 weeks at a time.
You grew up in the Los Angeles area.
Correct. Born and raised in L.A., and we came up here just for when Nancy was appearing. Yeah, it was amazing. But you know what? You don't know it's amazing when you're a child.
That's right.
When you're an adult and you look back and you hear the stories and you talk about things and you see photos and you remember, I guess it really was a big deal. Yeah, at the time you don't know.
Board operator Ryan bringing up a little bit of Nancy Sinatra. You've heard this before, haven't you? These boots are made for walking.
Yeah, actually, Nancy, it was really funny. When she would clean out her closets, she would give me all of her old boots and shoes and clothes. Again, an 8-year-old, 7-year-old little girl, I didn't know what I really had, and I wish I still had it.
I was going to say 2 words, eBay.
I know,
oh, my
I
goodness.
don't have it.
So that was quite some opportunity in growing up. Any other stories you can tell us about famous people that you may have met through Jerry Lewis and or Nancy Sinatra?
I can make an extension. My family is still in the entertainment business. My cousin actually works on Entertainment Tonight in L.A. And my son, which is 28 here, he's in production, and he just actually coordinated the entrance for the Mayweather fight last week.
Awesome.
So it kind of like an extension down. Each one of us have gone down
cool.
that. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. And he's done a lot of amazing things with television shows and driving Dr. J to Utah. I mean, so the celebrities, it's kind of like we didn't go out that way, but it kind of came. It's just kind of it's something that happens, I think.
Sure. Do you have any celebrity clients that you have helped in terms of arranging their wedding here in Las Vegas?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Why the name has just escaped me. Yeah.
Questions get easier as the show goes on.
Oh, my gosh. I see his... Oh, my gosh. The pianist. What? Beautiful pianist married to Connie Selica.
Okay.
It just escaped me.
I know who you're
talking
about. Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, my gosh. Amazing. We did his renewal of vows when I was executive manager of a chapel, and it was a totally surprise for his wife. And he blindfolded her in the limo on the way to the ceremony. So that was quite amazing. Quite amazing.
So, aside from the famous people that you know, you also have a ton of awards that I was reading up on.
Well, thank you very much.
I mean, you've been even on TV, and you've had these interviews. You're a recipient of the Las Vegas Territory Award from the state. Tell us a little bit about some of the ones you're most proud of.
Oh, that the award from the state I'm very proud of that award, because that is given by the state, and it's a tourism award, and goes back to what we talked about earlier about volunteer, and that's all comes from volunteering in your community. So I'm really proud of that acknowledgement.
Where do you recommend maybe locals to volunteer at? Do you have any favorite organizations?
I do. I work a lot with Opportunity Village. It's quite amazing. We actually working with the Elvis, the Opportunity Village Elvis. He formed something called the OV Elvi, which is a team of clients at Opportunity Village that want to be Elvis. But I'm very supportive of that organization. They help a lot of young people and a lot of people throughout the community. So we try to volunteer and help them as much as we can.
Cool. So you mentioned Elvis. What kind of role does Elvis play in weddings in Vegas?
You know what? Elvis will never go away.
God bless you, Elvis Presley.
They love Elvis here. Elvis weddings are so popular. Certain areas more than others. Australians really love Elvis weddings. Canadians really love Elvis weddings. But there's a lot of Elvis impersonators. We work with a handful. One that specific has Lucille Ball's pink Cadillac. And the clients love for him to pick them up in this Cadillac, drive him up and down the strip. It's pretty amazing. But, you have some that are licensed officiants and some that are just entertainers. So you have to remember what you're looking for.
Sure. So was it John Tesh that you helped
Absolutely. John Tesh. Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thanks to Ryan, our board operator, for pulling that information up.
Thank you, Ryan.
God bless Google. Yes.
Yes.
So in terms of the future, I know you're excited about continuing your work, but what are your plans?
What is my plan?
Well, I mean, you have some goals, right?
What's next?
I read on your website that, being behind the scenes. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
I love being behind the scenes. I love being in the front. Here we are doing this. This is great to get out. Yeah. But being behind the scenes, who is the star of the show? The bride.
Yeah.
That's the star of the show. I want to be there to help her make the appearance that she wants. My goals, I enjoy what I'm doing. It's not work, but I'm trying to find the balance. Family life and your time at home is important to balance your work with that. And that's always a challenge.
Well, especially if you see a wedding almost every day.
Yeah.
I can't imagine where...
Or multiple weddings a day.
Or multiple weddings.
Yeah, where do you have the time?
Now, Joni, if someone wanted to reach out to you and look to you for some help in planning a destination Las Vegas wedding, how could they get in touch with you?
Very easy. Actually, email is really great. It's Joni at lvweddingconnection.com.
That's Joanie.
It's actually Joni
Okay, well, I'm glad we've
thank you so
clarified
much.
that.
Joni at lvweddingconnection.com or phone call 702-236-8728.
All right. Thank you so much for those details. We have to break off into our last commercial break of the show. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
Feel free to get up and dance while we take a quick break for these commercial messages.
Are you funny? Do you want to be funnier? Want more laughs from your speech, business presentation, or act? I'm Big Magic Al Jensen, and in addition to being a radio show host, I perform my comedy magic act on stages across Las Vegas and cruise ships around the world. I've consulted and coached humorous speech contest winners, stage performers, and business professionals who want to bring more humor to their conversations and presentations. I can do the same for you with my program, Funny Just Got Easier. One-on-one coaching, group classes, and workshops are available. Whether you want to be funnier in front of an audience or just in conversation, Funny Just Got Easier is the simple and quick way to kick up your humor. Check out funnyjustgoteasier.com for more information on personal coaching and workshop dates. That's funnyjustgoteasier.com.
Hi, it's Sophia from Sophia in Sapphire, here with a personal invitation to join me every week for my How to Dance in Real Life Situations beginner class. Begin your journey from nerdy to flirty while you learn how to make dance more than just a one-time thing. Join my How to Dance in Real Life Situations meetup at meetup.com and visit sophiainsapphire.com for more information.
Planning a wedding? Want a spectacular one-of-a-kind reception party experience? All Events Production is ready to make your event a unique production. From DJ and music to photo booth and even lighting, they will keep your guests engaged and entertained from beginning to end. Your wedding is transformed into a truly wow event. From live broadcasting for those who can't be there in person, to live texting, dancing in the clouds, snow, and all sorts of special effects. Your special day will truly be one of a kind. Contact All Events Production at 702-348-6641 or visit them online at alleventsproduction.com. That's 702-348-6641 or alleventsproduction.com.
Tune in Wednesdays at 4 p.m. for Do You Wanna Dance? The show that helps you realize how simple it is to go from wallflower dreamer to confident center of the stage dancer. Whether it's the first dance as husband and wife or another option for date night, Sophia in Sapphire will help jumpstart your dancing journey and transform your experience into a personal expression of what makes you, you.
Tune in Wednesdays at 4 p.m. to Vegas All Night Radio and let me help you go from nerdy to flirty and learn how simple it is to turn your dreams into reality on the Do You Wanna Dance radio show.
Welcome back to Do You Wanna Dance? Once again, your host, Sophia in Sapphire.
Sophia in Sapphire.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm your hostess, Sophia, and you're listening live to Do You Wanna Dance Radio. Don't forget, you could find us on sophiainsapphire.com for past episodes and downloads and blogs about our guests. Also, if you'd like to be invited to our events, please like us on Facebook, Sophia in Sapphire. So today we had a full house in studio.
Yes,
We've
indeed.
got Magical Jensen.
Yes, indeed.
We've got Joni Moss-Graham.
Yes, we do.
And we've got Mommy Dearest over there in the corner.
Yes,
Mommy Dearest
my
Vera.
name is Sophie Dearest.
Vera, it's great to have you here today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's wrap up about our special guest here. I don't believe we gave out the website Do you want to share with our listeners?
I do. How about that? I do. Okay.
Ooh, I liked it.
What a segue.
Okay. It is, please feel free to check out my website at www.lvweddingconnection and take a look, and you're going to see a lot of different opportunities and fun ceremonies that you can custom design.
lvweddingconnection.com.
Correct.
And phone number once again?
702-236-8728.
Or email?
Or email Joni, Joni, at lvweddingconnection.com.
And your blood type is?
I'm not telling.
Social Security?
I'm not telling.
we want all the details here.
Oh, man.
We want all the details.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was truly a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. And you know what else I want to say? I think that's what everybody has to remember, to be grateful and enjoy every day. It's really
well said.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good. Monday night meetup group happens where?
At the Ritz of Las Vegas.
And during the month of May, we're learning
the cha-cha.
I'd like to say cha-cha. It's only second to the salsa. I like to say
salsa was April.
Yes, April.
May was cha-cha.
What are we going to do in June?
In June, we're going to do the swing.
The swing. I like doing the swing. And you know what? I've got availability coming up in June. My Monday nights are now going to be free.
I'm so honored.
Yeah, you want to see me swing, don't you?
I cannot wait.
You get this you get this body swinging, and you have a hard time getting it to stop.
Oh, yes. You've been waiting to start the swing.
That's absolutely right. So tell us a little bit more about this Monday night meetup.
So Monday night meetup is great for beginners. 2 left feet are especially welcome.
Why did you look at me when you said 2 left feet? That's what I want to know.
Well, you were wearing 2 left shoes.
That's right.
As you walked in. It's a great way to, if you're a little apprehensive, to come in. It's a no-stress environment. You can even come in to watch, meet friends. That's the most important part. This is a social activity. And if you feel comfortable, it's a great beginning.
Absolutely. And then at the end of the month, you take everybody on a field trip.
So we will be taking a field trip to do the cha-cha somewhere here local in Vegas. We're finding a venue. Shortly, it will be posted on meetup.com and sophiainsapphire.com.
That's awesome. That's a great way for people who want to gain a little bit of confidence.
Yes. And the meetup is called How to Dance in Real Life Situations.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. So what do you think about the show today?
I loved how filled with good content it was. I mean, there were a lot of frequently asked questions there that we got answers to. It really opens up your mind about the possibilities of making your wedding day extra special.
That's right, because that's really what Sophia and Sapphire is all about. Well, it's half of what Sophia and Sapphire is all about, is getting the wedding couple ready for that first dance as husband and wife.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's, an extra, something that makes it special that, not everyone thinks about offhand, but somebody like a wedding planner might be able to bring it to their attention and be like, hey, did you think about,
Think about this, because you've hired a photographer, you've hired a videographer, you've hired a DJ, you've got all these people coming in. You want this to be a very special event. It's going to be something that's going to be immortalized on videotape for the rest of your life. And you want to know that you're going to look good and feel comfortable being out there in front of all your friends and family during that first dance.
Yeah, the coolest thing about the first dance is that, a wedding is a fleeting moment, and at the end, you've got video, and the flowers don't last, the music doesn't last, the guests, came and went. If you learn how to dance, you'll learn how to dance for the rest of your life together, and that's what's important. If you find the right teacher to teach you practical moves, it's a hobby to share your dance partners for the rest of your life, and that's what I love about what I do.
So in addition to the meetup, we have our 10-lesson dance challenge as well, which is?
Yes, we do. Sign up for our 10-lesson dance challenge. It's our biggest promotion. Commit to 10 lessons, and by the end, you will feel a sense of confidence, and you be able to get some moves under your belt to actually take out and shimmy and shake on the dance floor.
Awesome. So, do we know who we have coming on next week?
We do. It's really exciting. We're going to have a dating expert on our
Really?
show. She's also dances ballroom, so she can relate the two quite nicely.
Awesome.
She's going to give us a little insight on, relationships, the Las Vegas local dating scene and how it has to do with dance. So
Awesome. Well, I will look forward to that.
okie dokie. Well, thank you for joining us on the Do You Want to Dance show. Mommy dearest, do you want to give a shout out to anyone out there? Maybe all your friends.
Hello, all my friends.
That was a good one. All right, guys. You've been listening to the Do You Want to Dance radio show. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned and join us next week at 4 p.m. Wednesdays on VegasAllNightRadio.com.
Thanks for listening to Do You Want to Dance? Tune in again next week for more interviews, advice, and insight into how you could go from nerdy to flirty and learn how simple it is to turn your dreams into reality. On the Do You Want to Dance radio show, Wednesdays at 4 p.m. right here on VegasAllNightRadio.com.
Views and opinions expressed on this program were those of the hosts and guests and did not necessarily reflect those of Vegas All Night Radio, its affiliates, or its parent company.